Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Stuff I Heard podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Peak, and this is take two. How about that? Um,
Yeah, you did a much better job the second time
well,
around.
you have the words in your head and you think you're going to say something, and then all of a sudden your tongue goes, "Not today, you're not." But you have to kind of like re engage. But anyway, I am blessed to be in the presence of my co host and producer and star of the show, Dolores.
Star of the show?
Star of the show.
I doubt that.
It is stuff I heard, but it's kind of stuff we heard because that's kind of the theme of it, right?
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
stuff we heard. Um, so this has been a big week in our family, mainly because our youngest grandson has started to walk,
Yes.
taking his
It's been
first
a
steps.
busy week, but a slow week. Does that make any sense?
I don't feel the slow.
No, there's nothing about
It's
it.
been a busy week for
It's been a
me.
busy week work wise. And, well, you went out of town.
I had to go out of town for work, and just there was so much to do and learn. I had to go for a class, and when I got back, I felt like I had 2 weeks involved in 1 week because there was so much going on. So I didn't get the slow down part till today. I guess this is was supposed to be a day of rest, right?
Yes. I've been busy with work, but the oldest grandson's playing ball.
Yeah.
And I I remember our kids playing ball.
Hmm.
I don't remember it being like it is now.
Where they go so long at night.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
never. I mean, he's 8 now. He plays on a team with 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. I think
Hmm.
it is. He is one of two of the youngest on the team because he won't be 9 until August.
Well, ours
But
primarily played soccer, which is an
yeah,
early
but I
activity.
just don't remember the games being which I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe it's because I've just blocked all of that. But yeah, I mean, his games start at 5:30 and the games that we've been to, I think there's been two, maybe three. We were out of town for one. But anyway, we've been to two games. They start at 5:30 over at and I'm not sure what the complex is called over there off of Cashua. It's where the Flamingos play, the
Yeah.
Flamingos baseball team.
Yeah.
And it's also like a really nice track. They've got a paved track there with the lines painted on it, like for running different type races. I'm not really sure who uses that part of it. Although I've seen kids on it doing activities when we've been out there for ball games. I don't know what that portion of it would be. And I think there's like multiple different things out there as far as the track. I'm not sure if they have pole vault. Maybe they have track meets out there. I'm not sure. But that is, and there's also tennis. I think tennis complex is how it got started
Yeah.
out there. And then they've added on to it. But there's multiple ball fields. I want to say there's four, maybe. Really nice. It's beautiful. I mean, they've done a great job with the construction of it. They have the ball fields kind of together, but they have the fans where you can be completely separate of the different games going on. They have scoreboards. They keep up with the scores. They have people actually calling the games. They
Yeah.
will say what the kid's name is that's coming up to bat. They will call out balls and strikes. They play music in between innings. It's totally different than what we were accustomed to whenever our kids were younger. It's just the games go so long. The two games we've been to started at 5:30, and the first one was not over with till like a quarter till 8. And I personally think that's a rather long time for an 8-year-old to be playing ball on a school night until a quarter to 8. This past Tuesday, I went and I want to say the game was over. It was still over an hour long. So I'm not sure. I would hate to be the next age group because they don't play until after until the 8, 9, and 10-year-olds play. I don't, like I say, I don't know the name of the field. I don't know.
I just got it on Google Maps. It's Florence Sports Complex.
Yeah, okay.
There is a tennis court area and pickleball area. Yes, I finally conceded that pickleball is real. Um, there's God, it looks like close to 20 tennis courts and pickleball area
Yeah, that's been there the
things.
longest.
And then the baseball fields, there's one, two, three, four, five, six. There's six on this map. I don't know how current the map is, but then it also has the field that the Flamingos play on, which is called Carolina Bank Field right now.
Yes, and we've actually went to a game. We've been to a couple of games out there. Last year we went to a game in the summer. Now,
Hmm.
it was hot, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. They had fireworks after this particular game that we went to. Fireworks were phenomenal for Florence. I really thought they did a great job with that. They play music and do different things in between the innings, which was great. And it was very reasonably priced. I want to say it's $15 or so
Yeah,
a person.
yeah. It's you can afford to go and take your
Yes,
family.
yes. And
Yeah.
but now, like I said, that's I would encourage anybody to go out there that likes baseball. And even if
Hmm.
you don't like baseball, it is entertaining enough that you don't have to be a huge baseball fan to enjoy one of the games out there.
Yeah.
As far as the kids' games, I did notice there during so far we've only been to them during the week. They have a concession stand
Hmm.
that I mean, multiple people work in the concession stand.
And clean bathrooms,
Yes.
surprisingly
Yeah.
clean.
Well, all of this is so new.
Yeah,
So, yeah, they've got
yeah.
multiple bathrooms out there.
There's also a track for like people doing track and field stuff.
Yeah. See, that's the part I don't understand. It is very nice. I mean, Florence County has spent some major money out there.
Looks like they have a place for them to do like shot put
Yes.
also.
But what events or
Well,
what?
probably you need that for the high school kids to be able to run track.
Yeah. But each high school has their own track
Yeah.
because, well,
But then
I
this is
say
for the
that.
community. This is for the community to come and maybe practice when they can't use the fields at their schools, or maybe for people who aren't kids, like adults who want to go out there and still run or still,
I
you know,
guess I know I've been by the West Florence High School many times
maybe they
because
have big meets here,
that may
inviting groups
be.
there.
That may be. I know that West Florence is right up the street where everything's at the Walmart, the Sam's, you name it, everything is.
Conjunction Junction.
Yes, everything's on that one
Yeah.
particular road. They do track meets right there at West Florence.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
don't know if this is a different area for multiple schools to meet. I
Or
don't
for the
know.
community just in general. Because it's not like there's, I mean, I guess there is some stands, but I mean, I was impressed with the lighting out there. I thought it was really well
Yes,
lit.
because one evening we were out there till they needed the lights to come
Yeah,
on,
but
which is
I thought they did a great job of like lighting the area. Um,
it's nice though. Very, very, you can tell that it's new, but so far it's very well kept. I mean, the grounds look immaculate out there.
yeah, yeah. I like the fact that we were able to go out there and spend time watching them play and run into other people that we knew whose kids were playing and just happened to bump into them while we were out there. The area is great. I'm glad Florence is spending money on that kind of stuff because it's good
Yeah,
for them. And I know we have one like on the south end of town, but now this is, for us to use on this end of town, so we're not racing across
you're
town.
talking about the one that's out there off of Pamplico Highway,
Yeah,
or okay?
yeah, like you going towards, I think it's a Freedom Boulevard
I want
area.
to say it's even past that
Yeah,
because it's after it goes back to two
Freedom
lanes.
Freedom Park.
Yeah, that's after it goes back to two lanes, and I don't think it's as nice as far as having all the track stuff and
Well, it was. I mean, yeah, it doesn't have the track and stuff, but it was, the nicest place for these kids to play for a long time because there was a lot of baseball fields out there, and soccer fields, and I guess our boys played football out there. Um,
yes, I do. But I do wish Florence County would spend some money on roads.
yeah, well,
They it seems like this for some reason our county is the world's worst for just patching potholes and moving
yeah,
on.
yeah.
But
I don't know if it's just the county. I think it's the state. I went up to North Carolina to do some stuff, and Robert and I both made a comment. He goes, "Is it just me, or are the roads up here better?" And I was like, "I think they're just better. I think they do a better job of doing road repair on a regular basis. Where, like you said, up here, it's a lot of patches.
yeah,
You know,
it's a lot of patching jobs. But we also need some road widening.
hmm.
I mean, this area out where we live has grown so much in the almost 18 years that we've been here living in this house. The Hoffmeyer Road area where they added those two schools, the Lucy T.
Lucy T. Davis.
Davis, and then the Moore
Hmm.
Middle School went out there. That area is fixing to just grow
Yeah,
so much more with all that land that they cleared in that area. I don't know that the road structure can handle it. I mean, it was already they had already widened all the way down. I want to say down to the intersection where the schools are at,
Yeah.
but they're going to have to widen even further than that because of the housing development that's scheduled to go or slated to go over there. It's it is massive. It is acres upon acres that they've cleared. So,
I'll tell you what I would also like to see is some more sidewalks because there's a lot of our area where there's people walking or kids walking and they're like right beside the road and there's no sidewalks. I mean, they've done a much better job, especially up and down Hoffmeyer, of putting more sidewalks, but like our little road here could use some sidewalks up and down this road.
well, this road has gotten a lot busier. I
Yeah.
mean, you've got Virtuous School that went down there at the end of this road close to 52. And I mean, it's just amazing. It is amazing how much Florence has grown when it comes to some things, people,
People,
but we've
jobs.
not seen any growth. We've only seen the one elementary school, the Lucy T is the only elementary school that they've added to this whole town since I've been here. And I moved here in 1990. So there's no more high schools. There's only the three high schools.
Yeah.
We need some more schools in this county the way we're growing.
Sounds like you need some more taxes.
I don't know about that.
That's what they're gonna say.
I
Oh, we got
know.
to raise the
We got to get the
taxes.
money. We got to get
We
the money to do these
we
things.
need some more taxes off you people. Yeah, that's what they're gonna say. Yeah, but I mean, hey, we're lucky that the town has grown like it is, and that our little corner seems to be just plucking right along as well. Um, the weather, not the weather, the road system here, like you said, is a bit congested, but I kind of see them maybe expanding Pisgah at some point and Ebenezer.
I don't know.
But I still stand firm by the idea of they should put a roundabout at the end of the road there because that would have been a lot easier rather than having to wait forever.
Yes, most definitely.
But anyway, so yeah, we kind of skipped past the part of our youngest grandson's now walking.
Yeah, well, I
Um,
wouldn't say walking. He's
I'm
taken
gonna say
steps, but he's
walking.
not.
I'm gonna
I
say
don't know. I was
walking.
with him all day yesterday. His mom's in a wedding this weekend, and his dad had to work yesterday, so I decided, okay, I'll keep him. Boy, I'm telling you, there's a reason you have children when you're young because
So you
he
can keep up with him.
he like to wore me out. But he's not. He'll take a step or two, and then he would much rather crawl. He's a lot faster crawling.
Mm,
And he realizes that, I do believe, because I mean to tell you, he can crawl fast.
yeah,
And those little hands, I've always heard that the best negotiator in the world is a 2 year old. There's no doubt.
and he's not too.
He's not two. He'll be a year. Actually, he'll be a year old next Saturday,
Yeah.
the 19th. But his little hands are so quick. He can grab a hold of something and has a grip. He is strong.
Well, yeah,
But yeah, it was fun. It was all fun. I
yeah.
was give out by the time I got home
It
yesterday.
wore you out.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah,
Plus he weighs like, I don't know, 20, 22 pounds. I mean, you pick that up over and over and over.
I like your idea of you said, "Hey, come in here and I'll change your
Yeah. Yeah. I
diaper."
mean, he will listen. Yeah. You just kind of walk toward a certain area and he'll follow you. Yeah. I've always carried him, but no, yesterday I was like, come on, let's go.
I like that.
And he could pretty much beat me crawling. He was crawling, I was walking. He could pretty much beat me there. And how
Yeah.
quick they can get away from you. But he's also at that age where he's picking up stuff. Everything goes straight to his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
He's crawling up to stuff like the electrical socket on the wall and starting to be curious about what that is. Yeah, I mean it's the way it goes.
Oh yeah. Well, that's when you start cover. You have to cover up things for a
Yes,
while. Yeah, I
yes.
remember going through that.
Putting
And
all the baby locks on
the cabinet
the
doors.
cabinet doors in the kitchen because he's opening up all of them,
Yeah. My
looking
mom said
inside.
that when I was little, she had one section where I would get the pans out and then beat on the pans in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And she was like, "But you were," she goes, "I could leave you right there and you weren't going to like go anywhere. You just like to hit the pans on each other and make noise." And I was like, "Okay." But now it's like, no, 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 don't touch the pans. Don't touch those.
Yes. And next weekend's Easter.
Yeah.
That has gotten here way before. quicker than I thought. Still got Easter baskets to finish.
At work, they decided not to take down the Christmas tree, and it has Easter ornaments on it.
Really?
Yep, the Christmas tree in HR actually has become
A
thing,
seasonal
a seasonal
or a holiday?
tree.
Yeah.
We had Valentine's stuff on it when it was
Okay.
Valentine's Day. For St. Patty's Day, they had lots of St. Patty's Day ornaments and like did all kind of green beads and stuff like that. And now for Easter, they've got all kind of Eastery looking
Okay, that makes
ornaments
sense.
on
I
it.
mean, that's yeah, I
I
get
asked
it.
them what they were going to do for May, and they were like, "We might just jump right into Fourth of July and
True.
put red, white, and blue stuff all over it." I was like, "Oh, okay,
They could.
yeah,
They could do like a summer theme with flip
flip flop.
flops and
Ooh,
yeah, like stuff for the beach and the pool and 4th of July.
that wouldn't be
And
bad."
then they
Yeah,
could just keep it up until what?
they probably make ornaments that have like hamburgers and hot dogs
Oh, I'm
on it.
sure. I'm sure. Well, you also got Memorial Day in there. Memorial
Yeah,
Day will actually hit
some
before 4th of
some
July.
military stuff. Yeah, okay,
I would say all three of those holidays, Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day,
yeah,
all summer holidays, but all are mostly represented by the flag, more or less.
yeah,
Wouldn't you say?
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, they could probably do like a summer theme.
I'll have to go to work and tell them it was my idea.
Oh, there you go.
Hey guys, I figured it out. This is what you need to do. And they'll be like, wow, that's amazing. I'm like, I know, I thought of it all by myself.
Speaking of work, we don't still have our Christmas tree up, but we had a very big visitor this week.
Really?
Big. Oh yeah,
Like
our
600 pounds?
no 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 no
Different kind of big.
high up the food chain,
Oh, okay.
and I mean, or high up the steel chain.
The steel chain. I
Yeah,
like it.
you work at a food chain.
I work at the food chain.
Yeah, you have to climb the food chain in your industry. In my industry, it would be the steel chain. So yes, very big. The top as high as you can go. Our president and CEO came to town on Wednesday of this week, and he had.
Did he come down just to tell you what a great job you're doing?
Oh, he most definitely did.
Okay.
Actually, he was out visiting multiple divisions.
Yeah.
We have several divisions right here in and around the Florence Darlington area. We have Volcraft, which is here in Florence. We have the Nucor Steel Darlington, which is the hot mill where they actually melt and pour. They actually melt scrap, pour the billets across the street. It employs close to 500 people there.
Mm.
And then we're across the street from that, and we do a cold finish uh, process to the steel. Not
Which, from what I understand, is kind of like a Play-Doh fun factory with
it is
metal.
it is with steel. It
Yeah.
is most definitely. And we're across the street with on. I think we've got. Whenever we get completely staffed up, which we're hiring right now because we're down a few people, it's like 60 of us. So, but he was in the area. We have a buildings group that's over in Swansea, South Carolina. He was there. He's gone around doing some visiting, and it's puts everybody on high alert,
Mm-hmm.
especially the leadership in the company.
Oh, they want to look busy and clean things and
Oh yeah, yeah. And I
throw some
made
paint
the
on
I
them.
actually made the joke.
What's the throw the lipstick on the pig?
There you go. I kind of made the comment as all this was going on toward the end of the week last week and early this week. Do you think? I wonder if upper management, that high up in upper management, they schedule these type of visits so that each division will go the extra mile to do some deep cleaning. I don't
That's not a
know.
terrible idea if it
I'm,
is.
I mean, I've always been of the opinion that you should keep your
Keep your
work,
house
your home. I mean, I've always been that way
clean.
with my home.
Yeah.
Keep your home clean enough that a visitor can stop by anytime and you don't have to, oh my gosh, I have to clean up
Yeah.
before they come here.
Right.
Or you can't come see me because I haven't cleaned. I've never been one of those people.
It'd be like being ready for an inspection, even if you don't even know when the
Right,
inspection's
right.
happening. So when they show up, you're like, oh, hey,
Yes. And I mean, I'm
Sure, let's
the
walk
same
around.
way around. I'm the same way about work.
Yeah.
We should not have to clean up for a visitor.
right.
At one of our top.
But it's nice to have people go, hey, let's throw money and fix this and paint that. And
Yes, I
it-
guess. I mean,
yeah.
it to me. It just, I don't know. I wish we were in. We didn't have to do that. I wish we stayed at the top of our. We should stay at the top of our game all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, the world's not perfect. People aren't perfect.
That's true.
You can strive for perfection, but it's not achievable. You can try. Trying is, I think, the goal with anything.
But he came to town with three other people that were like executive VPs of each of the different divisions. You had the VP of cold finish and bar, which is the hot mills, and then the Volcraft VP with him. And they spent a good portion of the day. They actually started off at Volcraft here in Florence and did I guess, like a walkthrough, and he talked to the employees. Very, very personable. I mean, I've seen him many times on all of our training type videos,
Mhm.
and he also puts out a video every single holiday. He puts out a video to us, and he's been president and CEO for 5 years. He started at the mill over in Darlington.
Cool.
Started off as a just a average employee in the melt shop and worked his way up, and now he's president and CEO of the company. And it was great. I mean, it really was. It was nice to actually meet him and just realize that he is just as average run of the mill person, just like we are. I mean,
So from seeing him on videos and seeing him in person, were you surprised at how tall or short he was compared to what you thought?
no, not
Not
at
really.
all. No, he looked. I mean,
Some people are like that though. You see him on a video and then you see him in person, you're like, oh, I didn't know you were going to be that tall,
no, I mean, he was
or
exactly what I
whatever.
expected. The minute he walked in the door, I knew exactly who he was. Like I say, he puts out enough videos and stuff to
Hmm.
us that it's not like it's been years. I mean,
Right.
he addresses us as a company multiple times a year. And but he's very personable. He
Good.
makes his he talked he did there was about 300 of us that we went across the street, and they had cleared out a very large area in a maintenance shop. And I want to say that it was standing room only. Nobody was sitting down, because it was, we tried to pack as mmany people as we could in there. And there was probably well over 300 of us.
Were you in the right spot to be able to see?
Yes, yes, because I actually had the it worked out really great that we got there first from across the street, and they hired buses to take us back and forth across the street. And because it's only like a mile, I mean, we're only about a mile from the hot mill,
Hmm.
and we were in the room first. So we could kind of tell based on the cameras. And if the joke was, I wonder if he has a camera crew that follows him around, because they had three massive cameras in this room that looked like something that you would see at a TV show or somebody filming Saturday Night Live or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And we could tell by the way the cameras were pointing, which was going to be the front of the room. And I was fortunate enough to get right on the very front row. So yeah, I had a great view. He is it's almost like he is talking straight to you whenever there's 300 people in the room.
Well, and it helps because you get that, like you said, that personable touch,
Yes.
and also he is there where he started, so he recognizes people and
Yes.
they recognize
And
him,
he
and
did. He recognized a lot of people as he was talking,
yeah,
because he would stop what he was doing and be like, "Hey, man, you look great. I hadn't seen you in years."
yeah,
But now he also doesn't tie up a bunch of his talks with the legality stuff of it, the numbers. He talks a little bit about the numbers, but he makes it more personal.
yeah,
He's really a huge safety. He's big on safety. His goal is to get us to zero accidents.
yeah.
And
That'd be great.
yes, and he makes it very personal by talking about the stuff that he's been involved in over the years, and what a dangerous job it is that we do every day.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that, everybody took a big sigh of relief whenever they hired school buses, two school buses actually, to take us across the street. Whenever that second bus rolled up and let everybody off, and everybody came back in the building, and the guys started back up in the mill, you could almost hear the place just take a big deep breath, because those 3 days had been rather rough trying to get ready for that.
Yeah. Of course, I'm sure, behind the scenes, the people who aren't, necessarily cutting or making the steel, everyone else is like, we got to make sure everything's ready in case somebody asks questions about numbers or anything.
Yes, of course.
So, yeah.
But now business is, for us right now, it's really good. I don't know that I understand 100% the tariffs and the political side of it. I just know that our business, since that was announced, has just gone through the roof. And I don't know if it's because more companies are now buying in the US, but yeah, I know that it's going to take a while for things to correct itself.
Hmm.
The stock market, of course, is down, but I know that it'll come back.
Yeah. Oh, it always comes back. Yeah. I mean,
But I do know that right now we have guys that are working that were normally only working, 4 10-hour days, maybe 4 12-hour days occasionally. Right now they're working 56 hours a week. They're working 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then there's some of our lines that are actually running a second shift. And we have not run a second shift since I've been there in almost 5 years until this year. So we're extremely busy and grateful for the business that has come on.
yeah. Well, that's
And we've taken a price increase. The steel industry had not taken a price increase in quite some time. We had only taken price decreases in the last 3 years, and we just took our first price increase this year. So, and I think there's more to come.
yeah. Yeah. I do too. I think that everything's going to be more in this business, like you said, made in America. There's going to be a lot of pride in that,
Yes.
which is good. It's about time. So, um, all right. So, grandson walking ish, sort of big visitor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, also, I know this is weird, but I kind of want to talk about this little cleaning brush thing that we got.
Clean and oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
you wanted to get this cleaning brush thing for the
I hadn't even
shower.
used it yet.
I know I used it on the stove and it turned out great. But this little cleaning brush thing is kind of nice. I know you found, or one of us found it on Amazon with a whole bunch of reviews that was like, "Hey, this thing's great." And I was like, "Okay." And it came in the mail, and it's got a nice little extension handle on it that you can reach really far, and then it'll rotates with different kind of heads that you can put on it. And I don't know, I think it's kind of cool.
I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Got to clean the shower with it.
Mm.
That was the main reason for getting it. I'm short.
Well, but I mean,
In order to clean the
the stove
shower,
too.
well, no, the shower is my main thing.
Oh,
I don't know that I want to clean the stovetop with something that I clean the shower with. That's just my thoughts.
maybe we need a
But
different head.
that's my thoughts on
We
that.
could label one as stove
But
and
my
one as
problem was, in order to clean the shower,
yeah,
I had to get in the shower
yeah,
because I can't stand on the outside of the shower and reach all the way in to the other side and clean it.
yeah,
So that was aggravating.
yeah.
It was either cleaning the shower while I was in there taking a shower, or it was standing in there with a pair of shorts on and getting cleaning solution.
Bleach.
Well, I don't really use bleach. I use soft scrub, but
Yeah,
I was get I
that's
would
got
get
bleach in it.
but I would get that all over my feet.
Yeah,
My feet and legs, and that was
and it
the
burns.
only way that I could clean the shower
Yeah.
adequately.
And it'll burn your skin.
So we'll see if it works. I have not tried it on the shower yet. I'm going to.
Yeah,
As you can tell, I'm super excited.
I could see that.
Oh yeah.
It sounded like
Yeah.
it. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. We do have the Masters on TV, which
Masters is today. Well, today's the final
day.
round.
Yep. It is one of those things where tradition wise, we don't necessarily watch golf, but it's so pretty on the TV. It's hard not to watch it.
Yeah, it is. And my sister and brother-in-law live in Augusta.
Yeah.
And this is the week that all of their schools, the whole county takes off this week.
They have to.
They have to. Yeah.
They
I've
can't
heard
get
her
around.
talk about how many visitors come to town.
Yeah. If it's not just for the visitors that are there, but also like who's gonna work when all the teachers are out because they're going to go see the Masters.
Yeah. Have you seen?
It's the thing.
I saw a TikTok this past week of all the different rules that club has, the Augusta National.
I did hear that you can't wear anything with any labels on it other than the Masters on your shirts.
There's a lot of strict rules as far as being a spectator there.
Okay.
And if you break one of those rules, you will be ejected. I mean, you'll be escorted off the premises, and you will never be allowed to come back on the property again.
Mm.
And the rules are pretty strict. I mean, you really can't say anything. You can't heckle. Of course, I mean, who would want to? I mean, to me, golf does have a totally different level of respect than a lot of the other sports or any other sport. But yeah, they are very, very strict about that. They're also very strict about where you walk. being in certain areas is completely off limits. If you're caught there, they will eat.
Oh yeah, well the greens, there's so much money spent on those greens. It's
Yes.
like, do not even think about going on that.
And did you know that if the azaleas are not blooming prior to the week of the Masters, that they will bring heaters
Hmm.
in and actually force the
I've seen
flowers to
that.
bloom?
I've delivered there and I've seen them do that. It's
And,
pretty neat.
and this year it seems like it's been. I mean, we did have a couple. It has heated up,
Yep.
but this week's been a week where it's been a lot chillier this week.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not really sure. It looks like from looks of what I've seen on TV that the azaleas have bloomed just fine, or either they forced them to.
No, I think they did it.
But I also read that their menu of the items that they sell there during the week of the Masters, they have at their concession stands. It's like your typical old school Southern. I think they do like a pimento cheese,
Hmm.
a chicken salad,
Deviled
the
eggs.
or maybe it's an egg salad sandwich.
Okay.
Egg salad sandwich, pimento cheese sandwich. Their prices are extremely low. Like you can get an egg salad sandwich or a pimento cheese sandwich for like $4 or $4.50.
Okay.
That's unheard of this day and time. They've kept their prices like the same for X amount of years.
Hmm.
I was really shocked about that. I had no idea.
They're getting all that TV money.
I've been invited to go to the Masters, but I've never went because of the fact that it would be, going out of town, staying. But I, those tickets are definitely hard to get. It's like a
Hmm.
lottery system, right?
Yeah. Guys at work will enter that lottery thing and they'll try to talk everybody they know into entering the lottery because they're like, even if you don't go, you could end up, selling the tickets or
Yeah.
whatever.
And I want to say this year that my brother-in-law and both of their kids, I think Nick came into town from Savannah. He drove up yesterday evening,
Hmm.
and and then Dallas. I want to say Charles, Dallas, and Nick are at the final round.
Really?
Yes, I think they got tickets this year,
Oh, cool.
which
Which
they've
he's been
had.
trying to do for a while.
Yes, well, I mean, they've been living there for over 20 years,
Yeah.
and he's always entered the lottery. He's been to different, I guess, like different rounds of
Yeah.
it,
Different days.
different days,
Yeah.
and of course, I guess this day is the
It's
hardest
the
day.
sought after day.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I'm glad they've got beautiful weather today for it.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, I'm going to wrap this up so we can watch a little bit of it. So,
Okay.
thank you to everybody who listens. Appreciate it. I know this is a weird one because it's more local based, but also, that's how you learn, right? So, just sharing this with everybody. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. And we're going to wrap this up by saying, cue the cow.
Cue the cow. Moo, baby.